This is FC Extra Time, brought to you by Globant. Welcome into the studio. Shaka forgot to put his tooth in again.
Oh, no.
It's all right, it's on this far side.
Yeah, it's all right.
You're the only one who can look.
Frank,
I saw it.
Frank is here. Frank bought some new socks today.
Hey,
very
comfortable.
Very excited.
Guys,
Socks.
I almost didn't show up. You know, I feel so comfortable. You know, I almost fell asleep.
I know. So did we when you were telling us the story about your socks. Ali is here as well. We welcome in Jan Aage Fjortoft. Jan, where are you today?
I am in Salzburg, Dan, and I'm glad you call me Jan now after you called me Frank.
Yes, I know.
On the Twitter.
I apologise.
Thank you. I love the name and I love the title, the world champion. But thank you for calling me Jan.
Our rich is Jan because he lives in Salzburg, in Germany as well, in Norway,
Yes.
in London.
Yes.
And we saw our rich is the guy, you know, because
He has homes in all those places.
lots of houses.
Yeah, you should see his sock collection.
Yeah. Yeah. All very soft.
Do you have also the contention boots we go with? You know?
Oh yes, the
love it.
Neymar wears for the ankle.
Yeah.
You were saying that you have at home.
Yeah, exactly.
First question, a lot of people have tweeted this to us. So,
Yeah.
Denmark, Frank.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm happy because my national team won.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be wrong if France goes far. You know, that's not a problem. But again, it makes, you know, for me sense to have thought that Denmark could go far and can still go far because I think they're going to go through.
Would you like to change your mind?
No, not yet.
It's okay, you know. It's okay if you change your mind, Frank.
But-
Nobody minds.
Yeah.
No,
Nobody minds.
no. I'm good, and I really hope that France is going to go far and even win because that's going to be okay. But Denmark, you know, they beat again twice France with
Yeah, but they didn't
the
beat them today,
qualification.
did they? So that's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, but how do you
Yeah.
think about your prediction? You know, if you don't consider what happened in the recent past.
Are you just stubborn? Is that it? Are you just stubborn?
I'm not stubborn, but I'm not changing my mind after less than 24 hours, like
But Dan,
some people.
the problem. Now the problem with our neighbor Denmark is that they don't have strikers. They had 7 strikers who have scored 16 goals together.
They would have
7
had Jan
of them.
Fjortoft would have been different.
Yeah.
Well, he plays.
They-
He's Norwegian.
yeah.
Yeah, but he could change, you know. You know.
He's got a house in Norway. He's got a house in Denmark. He's got a house in Denmark.
Timothy Weah is from Liberia and he plays for the US in the United States. So Jan Fjortoft can go and play for Denmark.
Right, we're not going down that
Yeah.
road. Right. Yeah, speaking of strikers, Jan, most teams in the World Cup seem to be missing the killer number 9 to finish chances. Can we say that this is the generation that is starved of goal-scoring strikers?
Ale Moreno.
But I think it's a very.
Ali's definitely not this generation.
I think it's a very vital point of this World Cup. You see a lot of teams, like especially Germany, they suffer from it. They don't have a striker, a number 9 who can get them the goals. Denmark, the same. And then you see, we said it the same against Spain, and they scored 7. So they are the exception to the rule. But I think that it just shows you that what unbelievable that a football nation like Germany, they haven't managed to create a proper number 9 in Miroslav Klose, which is unbelievable. So I think hopefully that the number 9, when you see the great teams, you see Giroud, for me, coming in, doing the stuff that he's doing, how important he is. And Mbappe is not a number 9, but the typical number 9, thank God he's back in business.
I love a Jan, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I just say that the striker position as a whole has changed? Has changed over the last decade or so, where the playing with your back to goal, the hold-up play, all those things seem to be overlooked. And those are the sort of things that a guy like Olivier Giroud is doing. And that puts you in a position where you hold the play up, you lay it off to the guys that know what to do with it in the final third, you get yourself into a scoring position and wait for the service to come in. Those guys are no longer around with the same sort of frequency that we saw in the past. Now you have a lot of guys that, step over here, skip over there, I'm going to float to the outside, I'm going to float over here, I'm going to play underneath. But the inside the 18-yard box sort of striker, those guys simply don't seem to exist nearly as much as they did before.
Even Harry Kane, you know.
I tell you what,
he comes
great
back.
defensive midfielder yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's
It was fantastic.
Yeah. No, but tactically it was well done. You know, well played.
Brilliant.
But even Lautaro Martinez, do we consider him as a striker? I think he moves around as well. I mean, that's as you said, the position completely changed.
Go on, Jan.
Yeah, but I just think Al has right. But still, I think that number 9 that keep the ball up, there were some of us, I was one of those as well, just keep the ball, wait for the midfielders to get in there. But I think that the new number 9, they are doing a lot of stuff. You saw Robert Lewandowski today going down, being a midfielder and all that kind of stuff. So they got more skill. But there was a time when the modern game shouldn't have that number 9. That was Pep Guardiola. But even Pep Guardiola has changed his mind now. First he wanted Kane, couldn't get him. Now he got Haaland. So I think in the modern game, you will have that number 9, keeping the ball up as one of many skills that that number 9 will have.
Who had 7 minutes for Jan to bring up Haaland?
I did.
The over or under?
Ali.
Oh, you're funny.
Unbelievable!
He's an unbelievable player.
Ali, surely Dybala deserves a chance in this Argentina team, especially how poor De Paul was this evening. Why doesn't Scaloni start?
But that's not like for like. It's a different type of player. Now, Rodrigo De Paul had a really tough match against Mexico. And I mean, in possession of the ball, he was awful. And I'm being kind here. But he gives you a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice and covers spaces and goes in defense. And he's always on a sliding challenge and brings the intensity to the team. Dybala is not doing any of those things. Dybala is a player who would be further up the field. This is not like for like.
Jan, in the battle of baby goats between Mbappe and Haaland, how important will be their international pedigree?
I think very important because Mbappe now he's a world champion. He's playing on the international stage. So I would say that he is ahead of Haaland now, absolutely. But what is great about these two good players, and I've said that before, and you saw that with Mbappe today as well, you think he's not a human being. You think he's a superhero in a cartoon. I mean, the way he plays football is so enjoyment. And then the other guy, which name I can't tell now because you will start laughing, but that's the other guy who plays... that other guy who plays for Manchester City, who is a Norwegian, a son of a former Premier League player. He is a cartoon as well. So I think that will always have Mbappe ahead because unfortunately I can't see Norway qualifying for a championship for some time because we don't have the number of players needed to get there.
I was talking about Timothy Weah, his father, not being involved in the World Cup because of Liberia, showed his strengths through European campaigns and everything. So it's possible to Haaland to win a Ballon d'Or if that's his goal, and become
You'd have to
greatest.
imagine it'd be a non-World Cup year or a non-European championship.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Would you swap Haaland for Mbappe?
Right now, no. No, I mean, well, it's choosing between your father and your mother, really, because if you have one of them, you're really lucky. What do you want?
Say anything,
yeah. No, but if you have one of them, what do you want to swap him for the other one? I mean, that would be you have him.
Frank,
you have one of
no,
them. You have him.
Frank,
good.
No, just stop.
No, I'm not now. I'm just saying I thought the French would say he's choosing between your wife and your lover.
Okay.
For Shaka, with Messi back at full force, is it safe for us to assume that you're back on the Argentinian bandwagon?
No, we addressed this during the show, and the answer is a short and firm no.
Right.
Firm.
Until when?
Quote unquote.
I'm only
firm.
allowed to change my mind every 2 days.
Perfect.
Got to wait a little bit.
Final question. Hi, Dan. How was Frank at Thanksgiving? Did he vacuum like he promised he would? There was no vacuum.
No,
but it was a really good evening.
I really asked the hotel if they could lend me the vacuum, and
Right.
they said no.
But I've got wood floors, haven't I? So the vacuum wouldn't be.
Yeah, it would
need a brush.
It would have been noisy, and
The dog wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
Denise may have been a bit offended.
Yeah, because he was very clean, so I didn't need to do. Well, I asked, before leaving, can I help you out?
Yeah.
And you say no, go.
No, I was helping clean up.
Yeah.
You were just
You were having an interesting
You
conversation.
just enjoyed the
No, that's
conversation.
the only problem in that. Well, we had the conversation we're not going to talk about, but the worst part of that night is when he decided to change his pants to wear shorts.
Yeah, I had to get
What was
comfortable.
that about?
Well, because
Dan,
Yes.
Dan, what is that all about? Because I had to explain that to a lot of people on Twitter. Your colleague Dan with some legs going around.
Yes.
What was that all about? Tell me.
So when I go out in the summer for a dinner with Frank, I wear shorts. And it makes
Okay.
Frank very angry because he says that you can't wear shorts to restaurants even if
Okay.
it's 100 degrees outside. Hence, I introduced shorts to my Thanksgiving attire just to wind Frank's up. Did you like my legs? They're looking good, weren't they?
Little hairy.
I loved your legs, Dan.
Somebody was comparing his calves with Grealish.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit offending to Grealish.
Beautiful cast.
Jack
working on your
really
calves?
did like that.
Right.
No.
What were we saying? Oh, Frank, you can rant about the penalty now if you want in the Saudi Arabia game.
Oh, yeah. No, I think first it wasn't a penalty. On TV they say there is a contact, and then when I touch Ali,
Careful
you
now,
see, even if I do that, it doesn't fall, even if he was a striker. So I think that was.
How is he wrong? He's wrong, guy.
So yeah, it wasn't a penalty. I know it's so wrong. This is why I took him as an example. But they did that.
But we heard that
especially that
Mark
player. And-
Clattenburg said it was a penalty, former
Yeah,
Premier
but
League
Mark
referee.
Clattenburg is a referee. Doesn't understand anything about football, so we
Clear
know that.
penalty.
There is referee.
Clear penalty.
Jan says clear
Yeah,
penalty.
because he was a striker. But it's a light touch, and then after, if we consider that there is a penalty, I'm sorry, but Szczesny,
Yes.
doesn't have one of his foot.
I think he's just there.
His heel is just on the line.
They would have looked
His
at it.
I have the picture here.
You just hate goalies.
He's not on the
You-
line.
you hate goalies.
They've looked at it.
Why
That's
don't you
easy.
like Poland?
Why
don't you like
I hate
Poland, Frank?
Poland. That's more what he says every time. What I hate Poland or Szczesny. No, I don't. But for me, it was clearly that he didn't have one of his feet on the floor.
You said it wasn't a penalty, right?
I say it wasn't a penalty.
Right. So he makes a double save. Now, justice, right? If it wasn't a penalty to begin with, he makes a double save.
Yes, he's right.
There we go.
There you go.
So why you asked me the question? That was useless.
What was useless?
the question, and I had to answer
I was
to it.
told to ask you about it. I do as I'm
I
told,
think it
Frank.
was, I saw Saudi Arabian player. I love the way they play, the pace that they
Right,
give. But
yeah.
every time you touch them, I mean, a little bit, they go on the floor. And
Oh,
so many
dear.
times low.
Right.
Well, we had that. We had Argentina against Mexico.
And
So I guess
Ronaldo?
I'm a little bit fed
Yeah.
up with that.
Right. And Ronaldo as well, obviously.
Oh my God, penalty. Somebody said that he was smart.
He was it the FIFA technical director?
Yeah, what was
No, it was
that about?
Mondragon
What
who
was
said
that
that,
about?
the former goalkeeper.
Yeah,
He said that,
Yeah.
that he was smart, that he did what he had to do to make sure the ref would give the penalty. It's not about the ref, it's about the VAR. You look at it and you clearly see that there isn't any penalty.
Have we run out of music? Music's
Yes, that's
gone.
it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Music on for some socks.
Right. We're off to go and buy some socks now. We will
More?
be back
More socks?
tomorrow.
We're gonna get a
for
discount,
more.
right?
The blue navy one.
Do you want to say Erling Haaland?
Oh. Hello.
Do you want to say Erling Haaland before we go?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Tomorrow, Germany against Spain. Wow. Frank thinks Germany are
Auf
going to
Wiedersehen.
win. Unbelievable.
Good enough.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.